Hey, we're back at Valmont and we are with my good buddy Sean. This is probably who I ride with more than anybody else. He's just got a good vibe. It's super important to me to keep the vibe positive, and this guy is like a scientist when it comes to positive vibes. We're gonna do a show on transfers, which surprisingly, I couldn't find any videos on transfers. How to do them, why to do them. Probably there's nobody doing shows because no one cares, but they should care.
Yeah,
and we're going to talk about all the reasons why you should care, because they add a whole dimension, many dimensions to your riding. We'll count them off. You can move from one line to another. That's why it's called a transfer. They add variety. They're kind of showy, and so your friends might kind of go, what, if you do a transfer. They're fun. You do transfers because they're fun. You've out-jumped this jump. It's just not big enough anymore. A transfer makes the gap bigger. You know what you did? You just made a bigger jump out of the same jumps without a shovel. If I haven't convinced you need to do transfers by now, then like I'll never convince you. I could have 100 reasons you wouldn't be convinced. That's it. There's two transfers right here. This face here goes from large to over to extra large, and then this one goes from extra large over to large. I think a lot of times what happens is people will start riding stuff, and then the park builders will like, oh, okay,
adjust to it.
Let me adjust to that.
I think so.
Yeah.
You got to make an immediate kind of left out this lip, and then you got to kind of look a little bit further than you think. So that's a tricky one. I would say that one is one of the hacks.
That's a hack. That would be your hack. Yeah. Man, it's cool because no one does it. So anytime you do that one, there's a little bit of ooga. I think I paced it off. It's 14 feet, but if you do the transfer,
yeah, you're coming from that, yeah, exactly, that corner.
So it's 18 to downside it. What percentage would that be? It's 4 more feet. It was 14. It's 40% longer. I think it's almost 50%, but it's 40% longer. So you can take something that you're getting bored at over there and actually make it pretty boosty.
When I first started riding this transfer on the big bike, I used to have trouble on the second XL, and I think they've changed a little bit, but getting speed. And then I used to come in and like this way to get more speed. So you can change the flow of the line that you've been doing, and maybe get more speed for another transfer, or maybe just more boost on this.
That's a really good point.
Yeah,
because a year and a half ago, no one even hit this first XL jump. They'd all come in off of L because you could carry enough speed, and if you came in off of XL, it was too slow. Oh, we just saw a transfer.
Yeah.
So you hop up on this whale tail, angle for this corner, you drop in here. This is kind of cool. You have 2 options. As soon as you hit this, you can go right or you can go left. That's a spur, it's not a transfer. Yeah. But it gives you options. What's that?
Hey, the YouTube Valmont Bike Park.
You look sick, bro.
Yeah, brother.
That looked good. We're doing a video on transfers, and you did a transfer.
Right on, dude.
Yeah. This is built as a double to go down towards the boner, right?
Yeah, kind of a hip.
Straight towards you.
Kind of a hip.
Yep. But if you hit it over there, it's transfer. If you're going into that off the whale tail, a lot of times you feel like you don't have enough speed. If you come in off of this line and transfer, you hit it with a lot of speed. So that's a good example of getting more momentum out of transfers than you might with the regular line.
Yeah.
Which is super cool.
Yeah. Especially when you have like that jump, the next jump is something that you can, it's a hip, and the further right you go, the bigger you go. The transfers allow you to scrub or add speed sometimes, which kind of changes the flow of either line,
We call this the 4-way, right? So the ways across are from there to there, from there to there, from there to there, and finally from there to here. Hence
you got a lot of options.
Called the 4-way.
Yeah. These ones are big.
and then we're gonna look at how just those few options translate into at least 16 ways to go down that I counted.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
does that sound dirty? 16 ways to go down? At least
Only now it sounds dirty.
at least 16 different options for descending. I'll try to stay pretty close.
I was thinking I would transfer a large XL.
You got a transfer for that?
Oh.
You need a card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. You got one of those? Oh,
Yeah.
right on, man. You think I
can
can borrow
mine.
that?
You can borrow mine.
Oh, man. Hey,
I got a bunch.
appreciate it. Good deal. 2.5 hours too, so.
Yeah, it's good for
worth
2.5 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Right on. Yes! It was a great session. Okay, one final note before we wrap this up. It is clear that you need to communicate a lot when you're doing transfers. We were pretty good about it,
We're pretty good.
but sometimes you get confused and sometimes you just forget and sometimes you didn't say anything. And we had a couple of close calls that just remind you, definitely make a plan when you're doing transfers. Like and subscribe, hit us with some comments, and something else that I'm supposed to say that I can't remember. Like and subscribe, hit us with comments, and we'll try to answer, and we'll see you next time on Joy of Bike Transfer.